Hi there, and welcome to this very simple yet incredibly useful video. So let's say you currently have Windows 10 installed on your computer, and for whatever reason you are now looking to update, or more accurately, upgrade to the newer Windows 11 operating system. Now, as we all know, in order to successfully install Windows 11, your laptop or personal computer typically needs to meet certain specific hardware and software requirements. And if your system doesn't possess these necessary specifications, then in theory, you wouldn't be able to install it. However, I am going to show you exactly how to do it with a very simple, straightforward script, and you basically won't have to do anything complicated at all. So I'll show you the script right here, and you can also easily find it available in the video description below. Let's open up our Chrome browser, navigate here, click on the code button, and then select download zip. After that, I will open this downloaded file and then close Chrome. Very simple so far, right? Then I carefully take my prepared folder and gently drag it here directly onto the desktop screen, and then I proceed to close it. After that, I promptly open it up again and begin the process of starting the media creation tool. Here, the interface presents us with a comprehensive array of options to consider. As you can clearly observe, there are indeed several distinct versions available for selection. I am specifically choosing version 11 primarily because my intention is to obtain and utilize version 11 for this particular operation. Within this section, I am provided with the flexibility to select between two primary methods, either Auto ISO or Auto USB, both designed to facilitate the creation of the desired version onto a USB stick. For my current objective, I am opting for the first available choice, which is Auto Upgrade, and subsequently I will proceed by clicking the OK button to confirm my selection. Following this, a prompt will appear, to which you should respond affirmatively by selecting Yes. At this juncture, the script will commence its execution, initiating a largely automated process that essentially manages all subsequent steps independently. This particular Windows 10 environment you are currently viewing is distinctly not my personal computer's operating system. Rather, it is running within a virtual machine environment, which is crucial for this demonstration. My actual laptop, in contrast, is already equipped with Windows 10, primarily because it fully satisfies all the necessary system requirements, and Microsoft proactively extended the offer to upgrade to it just a few days after I had initially purchased the laptop. Now, as you can see here, the download process is beginning to unfold. The speed at which this download progresses is quite naturally entirely contingent upon the quality and speed of your internet connection. Consequently, it is entirely plausible that the download might conclude either sooner or potentially later than anticipated, but that specific aspect is a separate consideration for another time. For the moment, let us patiently await the completion of this download process, allowing it to reach its conclusion, all right? And once that is accomplished, we will then proceed to observe and analyze what actions the system undertakes next. It is worth reiterating, by the way, that this script operates in a completely automatic fashion, meaning there is absolutely no need for any manual intervention on your part. Your sole responsibility is simply to wait for its processes to complete. So let us now continue to wait for a little while longer, and then we will be able to thoroughly check and evaluate the final result. And as you can clearly perceive here on the screen, the script is currently indicating a progress of 8% for the convert install.esd operation, which means our continued patience is required as we await its full completion. Okay, it truly looks like the installation process is now actively and visibly starting. The upgrade is definitely underway. Okay, we're seeing a clear 14% completion. Then it's quickly jumping to a solid 16% and now a noticeable 18%. This progress seems remarkably and impressively fast, which is certainly a very positive sign for this installation. So, at this crucial point in the process, once the entire installation is completely and entirely finished, and all the necessary system files are meticulously in place, we should be able to clearly and distinctly see the new Windows 11 operating system fully functional, completely operational, and ready for immediate use. We're now at a significant 31%. Well, it genuinely seems to be advancing quite quickly, much faster than I had initially anticipated. We are almost there, everyone. We're definitely in the final home stretch of this installation journey. This particular virtual machine, which I'm currently using for this demonstration, has 8 gigabytes of RAM allocated to it. Ideally, 16 gigabytes would have undoubtedly provided a much smoother and more responsive overall experience, but I honestly can't really complain, especially since its primary and main purpose is for testing and demonstration purposes. So, at this current point in the process, there's absolutely nothing left for us to do but patiently wait for the entire installation to successfully finish its course and complete all necessary steps. For those viewers who have never had the opportunity to witness a Windows 11 installation from its very beginning to its successful completion, you will typically observe that the system, much like its predecessor Windows 10, usually asks you a series of initial setup questions regarding your personal preferences and various settings, and then it proceeds to start up. We're almost there, okay, it's progressing quite well, and then the operating system finally starts and presents its desktop interface. Here it is, the moment of truth and the culmination of the installation. No, surprisingly, it didn't ask me anything at all during this initial boot up. That's even better, a much more streamlined and efficient experience. This is indeed Windows 11, and it even appears to be fully and completely activated, which is a very pleasant and welcome surprise, because the previous version of Windows 10 from which I initiated this upgrade wasn't activated at all. That's certainly a very good deal and a clear advantage right from the start. But let me just double check something important. I want to try to customize the desktop background, because on the Windows 10 version, when I previously attempted to change the desktop background image, it wouldn't allow me to do so precisely because it wasn't activated. But here, in Windows 11, I can do it without any issues whatsoever. That's a really nice and convenient feature to have right from the start. And here, in all its glory and full functionality, is Windows 11. I sincerely hope that this detailed video was helpful and informative for you. If it was, please take a moment to leave a like on the video. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, obviously please consider subscribing to stay updated with more content, and I will see you all in the very next video.